Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're discussing the recent verdict against former President Donald Trump in New York City and its subsequent impact on investor sentiment towards the city's real estate market. The verdict, which resulted in $83.3 million defamation judgment against former President Trump in favor of E. Jean Carroll. This legal battle is part of a broader context of financial and legal challenges facing former President Trump, including a separate civil fraud judgment officially entered at over $464 million against him and his top executives, with Trump alone owing $454 million plus accruing $100,000 of post-judgment interest each day that Trump does not pay. This verdict sent shockwaves across the city among investors, prompting Governor Hochul to make a plea to investors during an interview.
The law-abiding and rule-following New Yorkers who are business people have nothing to worry about because they're very different than Donald Trump and his behavior.
See, it does not matter what the governor says. Now that there's a legal framework that can be used against investors, and that is making them very nervous, and that is the reason why they are pulling funds out of the city. The economic implications of the verdict extend beyond the real estate market. New York City has recently experienced a significant exodus of financial firms, nearly 160 Wall Street firms relocating their headquarters and taking nearly $1 trillion. Yes, you heard that right. $1 trillion with a T in asset under management since the end of 2019. This migration is driven by concerns over crime, taxes, and cost of living has already put a strain on the city's economic health and tax revenue. The Trump verdict could exacerbate these issues, further eroding confidence in New York City as a stable and attractive investment hub. More or less, the broader economic landscape is facing challenges with rising house prices and concern over housing market stability. The legal battles involving high-profile figures like former President Trump could contribute to an atmosphere of uncertainty and caution among investors, potentially leading to a slowdown in investment activity. For instance, Grant Cardone of Cardone Capital announced plans to discontinue all underwriting on New York City real estate, shifting focus to markets like Texas and Florida. Cardone cited the politicization of business in New York and the risks outweighing opportunities as reasons for this decision. This move was expected to involve reallocating a planned $1 billion investment away from New York City. Similarly, Kevin O'Leary, known as Mr. Wonderful from Shark Tank, echoed concerns about investing in New York following the Trump trial, labeling New York as a loser state. Let's go ahead and take a listen.
Wouldn't there be many companies who would not want to do business or loan money to people like yourself or investors if they know that they can get away with fraud and there's no recourse to protect them?
Excuse me, what fraud? This is not about Trump anymore. When you get a developer that builds a building and he says it's worth $400 million and he wants to borrow $200 million from a bank, which happens every day, everywhere on earth, including every American city, every developer is an entrepreneur. They shine the light on their building and they say it's worth 400. The bank does its own due diligence, as was done in this case, because they're very good at it. The banks are very good, and they say, no, it's worth 300. We're only going to loan you 150 million. That haggling has gone on for decades. That's how it works. And then in this case, even the bank that was supposedly defrauded testified and said, we didn't lose anything. We want to do business with this guy again. We'd like to, but the judge said, no. Let's penalize this developer for $355 million. And if we're going to do that, let's penalize all the developers all across America. They've all done the same thing. All of them should go to jail and we should stop building buildings. That's what the message is from New York. Even the governor herself is concerned about what this looks like to investors all around the world. It's not just U.S. domestic. All around the world, people are talking about what happened here.
The legal implication of these verdicts extend beyond Trump and his organization, potentially affecting the broader real estate and financial sectors in New York City. Guys, if you find value in this video, please hit the like, hit the subscribe button, as it would help others find this video, and it will also help me grow this channel. Thank you very much. Now back to the video. The civil fraud ruling in particular could lead to enforcement actions by New York Attorney General Letitia James, including freezing Trump's bank accounts and selling off properties to satisfy the judgment. This situation underscores the legal risks and uncertainties that can influence investors' confidence and decision-making. You see, the problem is New York has created an atmosphere where investors feel like they can be next. Where does it end? Is this just Trump? How about people affiliated with the former president? Can they be targeted now that New York City has the legal framework to go after them? In terms of the real estate market, the reaction from investors like Cardone and O'Leary suggests a potential chilling effect on investment in New York City's real estate. The concerns over politicization of regulatory risk and the impact of high-profile legal cases may lead to a re-evaluation of New York City as an attractive market for real estate investment. This sentiment is further compounded by broader economic concerns, such as those affecting regional banks with significant exposure to commercial property loans, exemplified by the surprise loss and dividend cut at New York Community Bancorp, which has contributed to a decline in shares and heightened investor nervousness about investing in New York. While it is challenging to quantify the exact amount of investor money New York City has lost so far as a direct result of these developments, the statements and actions of prominent investors indicate a significant shift in sentiment that could have long-term implications for the city's real estate market and economic landscape. That is all for today, guys. Was the verdict against former President Donald Trump politically motivated, or was justice served? Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Until next time, I'll see you soon.